Salut tout le monde, bienvenue sur le Clash Podcast, le podcast qui traite de punk rock, de musique indépendante, de musique underground québécoise. Aujourd'hui, à l'épisode, je reçois un band avec qui j'ai eu la chance de jouer il y a 2 ans au Barfly et que j'ai eu la chance de revoir au moment où on enregistre il y a une semaine à peine au lancement du EP et de l'album de Pace et de la Smile accompagné de Scare. Je veux parler de Bad Objection. Bad Objection, une des raisons pourquoi je les reçois aujourd'hui, c'est que quand j'ai joué avec il y a 2 ans versus ce que j'ai vu la semaine dernière, il y a vraiment eu une évolution dans le son, une évolution évidemment dans la qualité de la prestation musicale et vraiment un following qui a vraiment grossi. Puis comme on se disait, entre personne plus vieille, entre guillemets, dans la quarantaine le week-end dernier, c'est que de voir une gang de jeunes comme ça qui met le feu à la place, ça fait vraiment du bien, ça donne vraiment espoir pour l'avenir. Donc, on va un petit peu savoir dans quel univers Bad Objection évolue, c'est quoi leur ambition, c'est quoi leur influence. Donc, on va tout voir ça au cours de l'épisode. Évidemment, il y a un nouveau EP qui vient de sortir, Let Me Be, il y a à peine quelques semaines environ. Fait qu'allez l'acheter sur Bandcamp, allez les voir en spectacle, vous allez pogner de quoi. Il y a un mélange. Moi, j'ai trouvé du Misfit, du Minor Threat, puis du Metallica, du Suicidal Tendencies et plein d'autres influences. Je pense que vous allez vous associer à. Donc, allez regarder Bad Objection, achetez leur album sur Bandcamp aussi. Ils ont des CD aussi du premier album. Donc, allez regarder ça. Sinon, pour encourager le podcast, il y a le Patreon. 3$ par mois pour l'audio d'avance, 6$ par mois pour la vidéo d'avance. Et dans tous les cas, j'ai tout le temps des petits prix par-ci par-là à faire tirer. Et les membres Patreon sont automatiquement inscrits au concours quand je fais ce genre de tirage-là. Et sinon, si vous voulez encourager le podcast de d'autres manières, évidemment, propagez la nouvelle à tout le monde, suivez les réseaux sociaux, allez vous abonner genre au Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok maintenant. Fait que tout ça, les petites étoiles sur les plateformes, comme ça va me donner un bon petit coup de pouce. Sinon, encore une fois, gros merci à Simon Pelletier qui est au montage sonore depuis, je dirais, au moins 2 ans. Faudrait voir, Simon, si on a à célébrer un anniversaire ou si on l'a tout juste passé. Sinon, on va commencer ça en musique avec Ain't Like Me du nouveau EP Let Me Be de Bad Objection. Mais là, comme j'ai dit, évidemment, j'ai parlé trop vite la dernière fois. Je mets pas de musique sur YouTube pour pas m'y faire bloquer. Puis là, je pointais que Sans Retenue s'était fait bloquer des épisodes à cause de certaines chansons. Et évidemment, j'ai parlé trop vite. Moi, avec, j'ai 5 épisodes qui ont été bloqués. La grande majorité datent de quand même il y a assez longtemps. Je pense pas les remettre. Mais sinon, il y en a 2 assez récents. Mais là, j'ai plaidé mon cas à Spotify. Fait que je ne sais pas encore si les épisodes vont être barrés. Si jamais les épisodes sont barrés, je vais les remettre, mais sans la musique. Bref, c'est toute une drôle de situation qu'on vit en ce moment pour des bands du Québec. C'est des plus grosses tunes qui m'ont été barrées, mais quand même, je trouve ça un petit peu contre-productif, encore une fois, de Spotify, de contrecarrer la culture comme ça. Bref, c'était l'éditorial du moment. On va écouter Ain't Like Me de Bad Objection, puis on va s'entretenir avec le band tout de suite après. Cet épisode est une présentation de Bandpromo.ca. Bandpromo.ca imprime ta merch, que ce soit pour ton band, ton entreprise ou ton organisme. L'équipe de Bandpromo œuvre dans le milieu culturel. Beaucoup d'ailleurs sont dans des bands, fait qu'ils sont bien placés pour aider leur clientèle. Ils parlent le même langage. Ils sont aussi là pour donner des conseils afin d'éviter que tu imprimes n'importe quoi. Ils vont te guider dans le choix des couleurs et dans le choix des quantités à imprimer pour éviter que ça te coûte trop cher. Ils ont l'expertise, c'est vraiment une équipe de confiance. Bandpromo veut que tes produits soient beaux et qu'il y ait de la diversité. Ils ont même un certain penchant pour les sérigraphies de logos de band en branche d'arbre ou en décharge électrique. Ils trippent vraiment sur les polices de caractère indéchiffrables, mais qui look vraiment cool. C'est leur spécialité. Faut aussi dire que les personnes qui achètent sur bandpromo.ca, c'est surtout des fans de musique qui veulent qu'il y ait le plus d'argent possible qui retourne directement dans les poches de l'artiste. Bandpromo coupe le plus d'intermédiaires possible pour réussir à atteindre cet objectif. Bandpromo.ca, c'est aussi une boutique en ligne, fait que si tu as des produits à vendre, mais que tu n'as pas l'envie ni le temps de gérer une boutique en ligne, Bandpromo est là pour ça. On y retrouve des CD, des vinyles, pas mal de trucs de slam disc, de Hell for Breakfast, mais aussi j'ai trouvé 2 pépites, dont le band metalcore Distant Going Under, pour ceux qui connaissent band du podcast Sans Retenue, était là-dedans. Fait que vous pouvez même vous procurer des deep cuts de Distant Going Under sur bandpromo.ca. Fait que allez checker ça. Sinon, vêtements, t-shirts, jogging, hoodie, long sleeve, il y a des porte-clés, des patchs, des macarons. Il distribue même les livres Macadam et le Jailhouse Rock Café. Pour ceux qui savent, j'ai reçu les invités et ceux qui trippent Histoire de la scène locale. Ces 2 livres-là sont pour vous et se retrouvent sur la boutique en ligne. Vous avez peut-être entendu parler aussi, c'est même eux qui ont imprimé les Luciens, les trophées des GAMIQ. Alors, s'il y a quelque chose là-dedans qui vous parle, communiquez pour plus d'informations avec bandpromo.ca. Bandpromo.ca, c'est l'équipe de confiance pour tout ce qui a attrait à votre merch de band et d'entreprise. Donc, allez consulter le bandpromo.ca. You want to see what you look on camera? Just to make sure.
Look good.
He looks good.
Oh yeah, okay.
Hey.
The eyebrows all nice.
Maybe that's how it's gonna start.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Eyebrows all nice. Makes
I
a good
like
bad
that.
objection
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
There you go. Ah oui, puis pour le monde, là, je vous avertis tout de suite, ça va être un Franglish podcast, anglais, franco, tout ça un petit peu mélangé, parce qu'on va en parler un petit peu, mais Jacob, il y a the best alibi to speak in English. He's from Australia, so
Land down under.
yeah. I don't want to see or any comments under the episode like, why isn't he speaking French? None of that bullshit today.
I'm learning, guys. I'm
He's
trying.
learning. He's new.
Ben oui,
new.
ben oui.
When did you come to Quebec? Are you born here, but your parents
Nope.
are from Australia,
Grew
or
up, fully raised in Australia. Yeah.
and you moved to Quebec like a couple of years ago?
I lived in Toronto for 6 years.
Okay,
And then I moved to Montreal in 2019.
okay,
So I've been here for a little bit, but still trying to learn the language. It's tough.
yeah,
It's
I guess,
hard.
yeah.
I went to an English school too, and the French learning was so
Basics.
it's so they don't teach you how to speak. They teach you how to write.
Yeah.
They expect you already know how to speak. So I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, must be honest, like, just it's a weird comparison, but I've been 3 years in a row, like not skipping a day in Spanish on Duolingo,
Yeah.
and I'm far from understanding anything.
Right.
Because
It's just hard. You know, it's hard.
Yeah.
but maybe we'll speak about this later, but like I tried to listen to a podcast that Palo, your drummer,
Yep.
was in like in Peru,
Yeah.
and I had to put the subtitle like after 10 minutes my head hurts because I was just like,
Oh, yeah.
okay, 3 years of Duolingo did nothing for my Spanish
Yeah.
also.
Are
Yeah.
we allowed to swear?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Podcast,
'cause It
there's a-
slides out a lot,
Good.
especially from where I come from. Rolls off the tongue every 2 seconds.
No problem. I think it's the third podcast in a row that someone asked me this, and like it's a punk podcast, so
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Good. Première question, premier truc que je voulais demander, en fait, c'est que Let Me Be est sorti le 19 avril. Fait que là, au moment où on enregistre, ça fait à peine moins de 2 semaines, en fait. Il y a eu des changements de membres, comme Jacob est nouveau, Palo est nouveau. Il y a comme vraiment comme toi, là, je veux dire, j'appelle-tu Ricky?
Rick, c'est correct.
OK, ouais.
Ouais, Rick, c'est bien correct.
Parfait. Fait que, toi, à un certain point, entre le premier album,
Ouais.
puis celui-ci, est-ce que tu as eu une idée de même changer de nom de band, vu que ou c'était vraiment comme à la majorité, c'était tes chansons, fait que tu voulais juste garder le même projet tel quel?
Jamais changé le nom. Je voulais juste, genre, trouver d'autres membres. Puis, ouais, honnêtement, c'était juste ça. Genre, les tunes, c'est une grosse partie, c'était à moi, mais on travaillait toujours tout ensemble pour beaucoup d'affaires, genre les paroles, puis des affaires comme ça. La plupart de la musique, c'est moi qui le fais. Mais, ouais, non. Juste changer des membres, puis continuer. Je voulais pas arrêter, puis je voulais juste trouver d'autres gars. Il y avait Jake qui m'avait texté, qui m'avait dit que... il avait vu que j'avais plus de bassiste, puis j'allais à l'école avec Jake. Il était un an de moins que moi.
OK.
Puis, ouais, il m'avait juste dit, yo, tu sais,
It was very spur of the moment
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
The old bassist texts me. He's like, "You should try."
Yeah,
And I've never played bass in my life.
Yeah.
Like never. I grew up playing guitar and everything.
Yeah.
It's like kind of the same thing. But like I like you said, I went to high school with Rick. Like I've known him for quite a while now. And I was like, fuck it. You know, it's like I want to do something with my musical talent. I text him like, hey, if you can't find anyone, you can give me a try. And he's
Yeah.
like, Jake, come this weekend, please.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
I have to learn
had a whole
now.
week to learn the songs, and no joke, I learned them in the last 20 minutes before I left in my car to go see them. I was like, oh, I gotta learn them now. Did it right there. Went smoothly, and just rest is history.
Okay.
Went
But-
off right there.
I feel that you were already a little bit part of the band because we've played with Bad Objection at the Barfly with Dali Van Gogh like 2 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I remember your face because you were the guy like opening up the pit at that moment. So you were like the guy crazy everywhere. And
If I'm correct, I did a shoey.
Yeah, I drank out of a shoe.
I did drink out
I
of a
think
shoe.
we have the shoe at our space.
No way.
right now. Yeah.
No
I
way.
have pictures of that shoe, and we were like, we loaded all the van
No
at the
way.
end of the show, and it was like, whose shoe's that?
Dude,
And we're like, nobody knew.
I
which
didn't
shoe.
even know either. I just saw the shoe and I was like, is that one shoe? No,
just drink
okay.
out of a random
Got
ass
on
shoe,
stage,
man.
someone gave me a beer, chugged the whole thing right there, man. Right out of that shoe. And if I'm correct, I shoved the shoe and the projector up there, and then I went and played my first ever show with Bad Objection there, and the shoe was still there.
Really?
Yeah,
The shoe was still there,
We-
wedged in that projector. It was still there, and I'm like, oh my god, that's the shoe I did
That's so
I
cool.
did
Yeah.
the fucking shoey out of.
It's funny. Maybe it's the Barfly Ghost, because if you Google that
never
place,
know.
it's supposedly haunted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the haunted bars in
I didn't
Montreal. And
disrespect the ghost.
I don't know. Yeah, like
yeah, man, cool shit.
the ghost put back his shoe and was like, "God damn it, it's all wet now."
Why is
And-
it wet?
Oh my god.
Okay, so like you were already hanging out with the band at that point, because I knew
Yeah.
you feel really comfortable when we did that show. So you never played any instrument, and what was your start in music? So you were just a fan and you wanted to play in a band at some point, or
I mean, I grew up playing like a million different instruments my whole life.
Okay.
I did all brass instruments, saxophone, trumpet, tuba, everything. I tried violin for a bit,
great.
harmonica, didgeridoo, Australian instrument.
Yeah.
Grew
in
up-
Montreal it's really just like hippies on the Mont Royal that plays that instrument, but in
Exactly,
Australia
you know?
it's really like a native.
Yeah, my dad plays guitar, my grandpa
Okay.
plays piano, my great grandmother plays piano. It's generational music, and my dad taught me guitar my whole life. So like I knew how to play, and I was doing it more as a favor for Rick, because I mean we used to jam together in the music class, and during lunch every day for a whole hour we'd sit in one of the studio rooms in school and just play
Okay, yeah.
random songs and
we used to jam a
everything.
lot.
And I was
Yeah.
like, well, I was like, fuck it.
Okay.
Give it a shot. I didn't expect him to say yes, but then it said yes. And then I met the drummer. And another thing, the drummer doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Only Spanish and French. So him and I, we just do sign language and we make noises and we're like, yeah.
Okay, good.
Every time.
Somehow we're always on the same page. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I was just honestly, I was doing it more for a favor.
Okay.
And it just the snowball effect just started rolling
Yeah, because
and rolling, and it just took off. And like, am I grateful? Forever.
yeah,
I would never be here if Chad never told me, the old bassist, to give it a try.
yeah.
If he never texted me, Jake, help Rick, I would never be here. I want to be on this podcast with him, with you, talking. Like, I'm forever grateful. Like,
Yeah.
really, I'm meeting all these cool people and I'm playing with all these different bands. Like, I never thought I'd be here.
And I think that I feel that you all were in your element at the last show we've seen. And I know that, I don't remember a lot about the Barfly show, but I know most of it was Rick singing.
Yep.
And at the Soterenia, I felt that it was not 50-50, but almost. So on the new EP, I don't know, did you write some songs also?
Yeah,
it was just
well-
like,
Well, the second Palo and I joined, we just started writing songs.
Yeah, we just
right
started
there.
writing songs
It was
right
just coming out. Oh, we have quite a few other songs that we haven't finished writing because we just couldn't figure out how to keep it going. Like that one that stereotypical
punk song. Yeah.
punk song that we wrote. But like it was just coming out
Oh yeah.
like really really fast. Like I'd just play a line, or he'd play a line, or the drummer would play a line, and I'd just start joining in, and then it would start off really really shitty, and then it just all the songs on the EP just came out, and
was it all new songs?
All new
Because I know
songs.
like the Three Strikes You're Out was only released like a year and a half ago. So it was like, 10 songs approximately or something?
Yeah.
So it's all 4 new songs, so really?
yeah, all
Big-
4 of these new songs all happened since me and Palo joined.
Except
Okay.
the only one is Curb Stomp. Curb Stomp
Was an
older song that I brought back to the table.
And we
with
changed
Jake
it a bit, and we
exactly
we extended it,
and fixed it
we
up.
gave it a new image.
Exactly.
Okay.
And yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be the closer of that podcast.
Oh, yeah?
That's the song I chose.
Cool. Awesome. Love that.
Là, je sais pas. En fait, là, je me dis, est-ce que je vais juste le faire en anglais ou je vais switcher? En tout cas, on va voir. On va s'adapter. On dirait que je suis
Anglais.
je suis plus confortable en anglais que je pensais. Mais un des trucs, vous allez à la même école.
Ouais.
Là, de ce que j'ai vu, vous êtes de la Rive-Nord.
Ouais.
À un certain point.
Ouais, exact.
Fait que là, en ce moment, vous avez, j'imagine, là, vous êtes genre vingtaine, début vingtaine à peu près. Fait que, tu sais, le secondaire est loin derrière. Est-ce que c'est quand même là que ça a commencé, on va dire, de ton côté, vu que tu es le comme membre fondateur un petit peu, Rick?
Moi, j'ai commencé ça secondaire 5, juste le band, genre. J'avais pas vraiment de membre encore. Puis, j'ai toujours aimé ça, la musique punk, la musique hardcore, tout. Genre, comme Jake, même sorte d'affaires, genre, je suis vraiment élevé dans la musique. Mon père, mon oncle, même ma mère, tu sais, genre, tout le monde, mes cousins, tout le monde joue dans des bands ou a joué dans des bands. J'avais même un cousin qui joue dans un band, les esclaves salariés, une affaire de même. C'était genre un groupe Oi, genre 2005, style à Montréal.
De Montréal, OK.
Ouais, puis il était drummer, c'est mon premier cousin, mais il est plus vieux que moi.
Les esclaves salariés, dans le fond.
C'est ça, exact.
OK, je regardais, ouais.
Ouais, c'est un peu style, genre, comme béton armé un peu, mais c'est différent quand même, mais ouais, genre, je voulais juste faire un band, puis j'ai trouvé des membres, puis après ça, j'ai commencé à faire des shows, faire des tunes, puis plein de covers au commencement. C'est des petits shows, genre 10 personnes, plus de personnes après, puis that's it, man. Honnêtement, c'est genre pas très fou comme histoire,
mais y a-tu quand même un pré-Bad Objection, dans le sens que, tu sais, vous avez parlé un petit peu, tu sais, au secondaire, vous avez appris différents instruments, vous avez mis ensemble, mais y a-tu quand même eu des bands de compos avant ça, de ton côté, tu sais, quelque chose que vous avez pas fait avec Bad Objection, mais que un petit band genre de secondaire qui a eu genre 2 semaines de vie, ouais, on
avait ça, genre, j'étais en secondaire 5, puis même 4, j'avais un petit band dans l'école, tu sais, puis on jouait genre les, comment je peux dire ça, genre chaque année, genre durant Noël.
OK, comme un genre de talent show un peu.
Ouais, un talent show, on fait qu'on jouait des petites tunes, genre Pixies, des affaires de même, tu sais. Pas punk parce que le monde va s'en aller. Mais non, c'est ça. Ouais, j'ai toujours aimé ça.
Ouais, une chose que je voulais vous demander, c'est que je veux pas. Tu sais, je suis très habitué de recevoir des bands qui ont un super long historique. Tu sais, normally I host bands that I've been in this scene for 10, 20 years and everything. And most of the people have a lot of different influences. And I guess you're at least half my age. Of what I understood, but you have all the same references, like the same, or at least Bad Objection. Like I've heard Metallica, Misfits, Minor Threat, some Suicidal Tendencies, like all these kinds of sound in your music. Do you mainly listen to old stuff like this, or you have like recent?
Rick and I both. My dad. Huge. He grew up in Lorraine and everything. He saw Fugazi live. And, and everything. Like he used to drive a hot rod, Mohawk, break tables and break chairs. And, he
Shout
was.
Out David, man.
He always told me is old punks go to what does he say? Old
punk rockabilly is where old punks go to retire.
I grew up. My dad, I grew up thing. All on Blink-182.
Okay.
Green Day, Pennywise, Offspring.
I mean, you go Sublime, but that's like ska.
Yeah, I think
Sublime.
I've heard a Face-to-Face cover, I think, at the Barfly, if I remember correctly, but I'm not sure.
Disconnected by Face-to-Face.
Yeah, probably,
I think so.
Okay.
Oh my God, been a long time. Yeah. I love that song.
But yeah, my dad, huge old school Social Distortion.
Yeah.
A lot of the old Fugazi, Minor Threat, Sound System.
But your dad moved back to Australia and come back, or
he was born in Lorraine.
Oh, okay.
Grew up here, everything. Lived in Africa for a bit, came back, and then he moved to Australia. My mom had me and my younger sister.
Okay.
Grew up there, and then moved to Toronto. Grew up there, and then moved to Montreal.
That's a lot of nice place to stay also for musically.
A lot of bouncing around though.
Yeah. Do you know a little bit about like the punk history of Australia a bit, like the big bands, or because
AC/DC.
Classic. Yeah.
The Chats. I mean,
the Chats. Huge Chats fan.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know about the Chats.
Cool.
Yeah.
Love them.
Emil and the Sniffers. They're Australian.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
They're Australian. The Living End.
That I don't know.
Prisoner of Society. Rockabilly-ish at some point.
No, but like, no, I mean, I would have to live there longer. I mean, I spent most of my
young childhood, so
learning around Toronto and here.
OK.
Yeah. But yeah, no, me and my dad, old school punk, all that old school stuff, nothing new school. Rick, his dad, if you want to talk about him.
Yeah, sure, I could. I mean, my dad...
Anyways, j'allais avoir des questions.
Ouais,
Surtout la date,
ça.
tu m'as mis sur la... Puis je pense que ma question que j'ai hâte de te poser, elle va être positive. Fait que je vais te laisser commencer. Je veux pas trop m'exciter, là.
Ouais,
Okay.
non, pas trop. Fait que, ouais, mon père, my dad... Do I say English, French? Ben, je vais changer.
Vas-y au feeling, là, ouais.
Ben ouais, mon père, lui a commencé de la musique. Lui, il faisait genre des impressions dans genre de Elvis.
OK, ouais.
Puis il avait gagné un
Oh
concours,
my
puis tout, dans les
God,
années
yeah.
90. Il a gagné tout ça, des gros shows, genre 20 000 personnes, puis tout. Là. Il a même, il avait ouvert pour genre, je pense, les Cowboys fringants, en fait, dans le même.
Ah, ouais, OK.
Des choses dans le même. Puis après ça, il était genre, tu sais quoi, fuck this, je veux pas que le monde me voit comme Elvis parce que moi, I'm myself.
Oh, ouais.
Fait que j'ai genre toujours fait rockabilly, rétro, psychobilly, des affaires dans le même. Puis ouais. Puis tu sais, j'étais toujours élevé dans ça. Comme Jake, toujours élevé dans la musique. Mon frère aussi a un band, Black Magic.
OK, ouais, j'ai vu souvent cette band-là passer. Eux autres, c'est plus un rock psychédélique.
Surf.
Ouais, OK, c'est ça. Ouais.
Yeah, surf rock
Ouais.
type of...
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah, surf rock alternative, whatever.
Yeah.
But, ouais, non, c'est ça. Puis,
not really good, though.
Yeah, very good, very good.
Yeah.
Il est guitariste dans le band. Puis, ouais, non, c'est ça. Comme j'ai dit, j'avais plein de familles là, que je jouais tout le temps. Là, genre, je pense que tous les membres de ma famille, ou presque tous, jouent un instrument, genre la guitare, piano, bass, whatever. Ouais, c'est ça.
Ouais, parce que de ce que j'ai compris, c'est au début, quand il n'y avait pas de drummer dans Bad Objection, tu faisais aussi le drum à un certain point. Ou,
ouais, genre un peu.
J'ai vu ça dans l'entrevue. Je l'ai plugué d'ailleurs parce que c'est The Stone Writer ou The Stone Poet qui a fait une entrevue avec vous, qui a quand même allé la lire. Là. C'est vraiment une entrevue super complémentaire, puis il y a vraiment des coups d'informations.
Ouais.
Fait que c'est là que j'ai compris que tu as joué du drum au début.
Ouais, j'avais appris le drum tout seul, honnêtement. Genre, école secondaire. J'allais chez moi et on avait un kit, puis personne l'utilisait. Fait que j'étais comme, tu sais quoi, j'ai le goût d'essayer ça, puis j'ai appris. Puis après, ça écrit les tunes, genre Three Strikes, puis des affaires de même, puis les drums, je suis comme, ok, je vais essayer de faire un beat, tu sais, des petites parties. Après ça, j'ai eu Pedro, puis j'ai dit, tu sais quoi, juste ajoute tout tes add your spices.
Ouais, vous avez quelque chose avec les drummers sud-américains plus vieux pour une quelconque raison. You have something with all the South American dudes on drums.
Yeah, we got this weird connection with them, you know? It's like...
It just works, man.
Yeah, exactly.
It works. Just know how to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, but Palo, I wish he was here, man.
Ouais. Ben c'est ça, en fait, we can talk about like him because I found a couple of nice stuff as he's really active in the scene right now as a photographer also.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Phenomenal
Yeah, so Palo Ukuku.
Palo Ukuku.
U-K-U-K-U.
Palo Ukuku.
C'est ça. Ouais, puis ces photos sont vraiment cool parce que j'ai reçu ici Rose Cormier, Volo Souterrain, qui fait comme de la photographie. Puis c'est vraiment, tu sais, il y a Alice Hirsch aussi, là, de Clone Operation aussi, qui est un sport. Mais Palo semble dans cette gamme-là de photographes qui font vraiment quelque chose de plus artsy que clean. Fait que vraiment, là, allez voir ces trucs-là. Fait que Palo Ukuku. De toute façon, si vous le trouvez pas, écrivez-moi, puis je vais vous donner le lien parce que c'est vraiment... je pense que c'est un professionnel de ce que je vois. Là,
honnêtement,
fait que,
oui. Genre, il prend même des photos de mariage puis tout. T'sais.
Ouais, j'ai vu de sport, de mode, de publicité puis tout ça. Là, fait que, ouais.
He has all the accounts. He has one for like sports,
oh my
weddings, you know.
Dude,
I love
Palo.
I wish he was here. I wish he was
What
here.
a beautiful legend.
Yeah.
You know,
Ouais, mais c'est ça. He's like, I think he's a lot older than you because what I've seen, like Bano Comun was a band that he had like from 2005 or 7 back in Peru. So I guess he has the same kind maybe of history as you, Jacob, that he moved to Quebec not that long ago and he found his way in the scene as like a friends connection and stuff like this. Or?
Yeah, no, I mean you wouldn't say, but Paulo's what, 38?
He's 39 now.
39.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm 20. You're 18, right?
I'm 18.
Okay.
He does not look 39, but dude, when I found out after like almost being the band for a year, I was like,
yeah, I thought he was 33 or something, or like even
okay,
younger.
come on, you look 28.
Yeah, he really does.
You should see some old photos of him when he was younger. That's all I gotta say, man. Wow. Wow, what a guy.
Yeah, because he looked like he had a lot of experience in music also. Like, and of what I see, like, I tried to listen to an hour podcast in Spanish beside my Duolingo fail or anything, but he had like video clips that were on Peruvian TV. He did like big shows and yeah.
Band was pretty big.
Yeah.
La femme à Palo m'avait dit que genre son band là-bas,
Bano Comun.
Ouais,
Ouais.
Bano
Comme ça veut dire salle de bain commune, je pense. C'est ce que j'ai compris en tout cas. Ouais.
Elle m'avait dit que genre là-bas sont vraiment, vraiment big. Ça a l'air que c'est genre les 3 accords de là-bas.
Ah ouais?
C'est ça qu'elle m'a dit. Elle a dit ça.
Tabarouette, ok.
Ça a l'air que c'est genre full les shows, là, genre plein de personnes.
Mais ils ont sorti une nouvelle tune en 2023.
Ouais.
Puis c'est un des bouts que j'ai compris dans l'entrevue que j'ai essayé d'écouter. C'est que il avait déjà déménagé au Canada, mais il retourne régulièrement, je pense, là-bas. Fait que le band n'est pas... Il est encore actif, mais juste comme...
Ouais, il est là-bas aujourd'hui. Genre, il
c'est ça.
Il est retourné à Pérou. Mais ouais, genre, il m'avait expliqué ça, mais il semble ils l'ont fait genre... Pas en personne, genre, lui a fait les drums à Pérou.
Ah, ok.
Ouais.
Là-bas. Parce que les membres du band ont de l'air d'être dans... Genre, je pense que le chanteur puis le guitariste ont de l'air de faire vraiment de la musique dans d'autres projets plus élevés. Là. OK.
Mm-hmm.
Fait qu'allez regarder Bano Comun, Banocomun, si vous voulez aller checker ça. Il y a 2-3 albums, ils sont sur Spotify puis tout. Fait que un truc à aller voir. Sinon, un autre truc que je veux revenir, parce que je veux parler évidemment de Let Me Be, le nouveau EP. So, you've recorded with Julian Iac. Is a small name because I know the real name is a lot longer and I want to mess it up.
Man.
I love Julian.
Julian, man. Shout out to Julian.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So he's a friend that started the studio and you wanted to work with him at some point?
Well, me, I met him through Rick, but Rick's got a...
Yeah. I met Julian. J'avais 14, puis je jouais au hockey.
OK.
C'était qui mon père, il jouait dans une ligue de hockey-ball, genre Rivière des Prairies. Puis genre Julian était he was the goalie of the other team. Mon père il est comme yo ce gars-là il joue, il est vraiment bon comme ça. Moi je suis comme ok il est cool. J'ai 14, je suis genre oh shit, tu sais. Puis après ça genre des années passent, puis je trouve Mooch, son band Mooch, écœurant. Écoute ça, genre Stoner Rock, c'est vraiment bon. Puis je suis comme yo c'est bon. Après ça je m'en vais lire un peu du band, je suis comme yo that's the guy that the rock, Julian. Puis j'ai dit viens à un de mes shows, genre premier show, genre viens à mon show. Puis il m'avait dit qu'il a ouvert sa petite little recording studio. Icebox Studios. And yeah man, ever since then working with him for everything, he's the best. I love Julian. And I suggest little bands or just bands in general to go check him out.
Mais je regardais un petit peu les bands avec qui il a travaillé, mais je pense qu'il a surtout fait ses propres bands. Tu sais, j'ai vu Mass Hysteria Agency, Bat Sword Zombie.
Ouais.
Mais j'ai vu qu'il a fait vous puis un autre groupe aussi à un certain point. Là, j'ai juste Drew This, je pense, qui a enregistré.
Oui, je pense qu'il y avait comme Master.
Ok, c'est ça. Ouais.
Master. Okay. Je suis pas sûr. Mais je sais aussi qu'il a enregistré, je crois, The Snatchers.
Ah oui, ok.
The Snatchers, puis...
He's recording them live, right? Like right now?
I think so, yeah.
Still?
Yeah.
Or are they just finished?
I think it's done. I think they're just waiting for an album cover now or something.
Ça c'est... It's a band that I see the name often on posters, but I've still not seen live.
Oh, yeah.
So the Snatchers,
They're good friends of ours, really good friends of ours. And it's punk, it's good.
Yeah.
Great energy. Yeah, for sure.
Puis le truc que j'ai cliqué sur Julian, c'est que j'étais comme, c'est le gars qui chantait toutes les paroles sur stage avec vous, quasiment. Ouais. Ok, c'est bon. J'étais comme, c'est normal qu'ils connaissent les paroles comme ça.
Il vient à tous les shows, là. Puis, mais plus récemment, avant, il était beaucoup plus occupé, mais il vient quand même beaucoup maintenant. Il nous aide avec tout.
Okay.
Avec ma guitare, des fois, j'ai des problèmes. Il vient m'aider.
Soundtech.
Ouais, c'est ça. Mais ouais, that's it. I love Julian, man.
Oh, dude, Julian's the fucking shit.
Ouais, puis, the studio is like in the basement of the family home.
Okay.
I think it's still in the Stone Writer that I've seen this.
Yeah.
Like I didn't text her mom to tell me that or anything, but it's just at some point were you conscious about the fact that just upstairs there's like the family waiting and you're just like rocking in the basement for
my god, dude, all the time because we were the first band to really record with Icebox Studios, and he was still in his basement in his room, and like I'm like, dude, your sister, your mom, everyone's upstairs, like it's okay. He's like, oh yeah, don't worry about it. There's even a dog in the room.
A deaf dog,
dude,
yeah.
Strikes. Oh, man. Yeah, so. But now he moved. He has his other place. It's expanded.
Sweet apartment too, and like cool. The whole room is like really well done. Did this whole bloody like contraption for one of the speakers to record guitar.
Oh yeah, it was cool.
You go across the whole apartment to another room, and he built this huge sound box where he puts the amp inside, so you get the natural glass tube sounding, and it's not like rocking the whole place. And you have to run back and forth across the apartment, make sure it's good, and he'd be like, and you'll hear him across the apartment, okay, play, and like you ding, 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 be like, fuck, stop,
Wait, too loud.
Okay, so the first one was in the basement, and the second one, the new EP, was at his real studio. Okay, that's right.
Real studio, but it's a studio.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's so fun.
And I want to know, maybe je vais te demander à Rick, toi en premier, vu que tu étais dans le band au début. Je sais qu'en ce moment, il n'y a pas beaucoup de venues, il y a beaucoup de bands.
Ouais.
Tu sais, se booker un vendredi puis un samedi, c'est super tough. Tu sais, je veux dire, justement, se booker au Barfly un dimanche ou un mardi puis au Quai des Brumes, c'est super facile. Quand tu as parti le band, vous étiez comme... Vous n'avez pas nécessairement de contact, vous étiez nouveau dans la scène. Est-ce que c'était tough faire les premiers shows? C'était un jeune band de commencer, surtout qu'il n'y a pas d'all ages quasiment. Là, fait que c'était comment commencer le band comme ça?
C'était vraiment difficile, honnêtement. Genre, nous, là, quand on a commencé, on connaissait rien, on n'avait pas de connexion, genre zéro, tu sais. Beaucoup des bands aujourd'hui, genre des personnes qui forment des groupes, tu sais, ils vont à des shows, ils rencontrent le monde. Nous, moi, je savais pas, tu sais, on était vraiment nouveaux. J'ai fini l'école, j'avais encore 17 ans, tu sais, j'étais genre, OK, l'hémisphère gauche, tu sais, je sais pas. Puis, tu sais, il n'y a pas beaucoup de personnes qui viennent. Fait que là, tu sais, j'ai tout appris, genre tout, tu sais. J'ai vu tellement de bands devenir grands, après partir, après... Like a bunch of bands getting big and then breaking up. Mais après ça, tu sais, j'ai commencé à apprendre, OK, j'allais aller à les shows, rencontrer du monde, parler avec des bands. Parler avec ce band-là, tu sais... c'était vraiment difficile au commencement.
Accepter toutes les gigs qu'on te donne justement pour faire des contacts. Tu sais, vous étiez super... Un bout, là, il me semble que je voyais votre nom, là...
On jouait tout le temps.
À toutes les 2 semaines, là, fait que...
C'était juste... On avait fait ça pour avoir notre nom connu plus... Puis après ça, quand ça arrive, là, on choisit plus des shows, tu sais, plus...
Vous pouvez vous-même booker, puis même headliner certains shows, puis... ouais, OK.
That was it.
OK.
That was,
sinon, like, in the Montreal scene, like, we've talked about, like, influences back from the 80s, 90s from your fathers. Do you have, like, a Montreal or a Canadian band that you were really fan of that motivated you to start music at some point, like, or a band in Montreal right now that you're just proud to know or share a stage with?
Definitely. I mean, Rip Chords is a classic band.
Yeah.
That's definitely a lot of bands like big inspo. I've always loved Rip Chords. I mean, DOA, but they're not from Montreal. They're from
BC, I think.
Yeah, something like that. What are some big Canadian bands that you know that inspired you?
Avril Lavigne.
Oh, yeah. Really? Yeah.
Good Toronto
girl
right there.
The skater boy look now.
Oh, fuck. I'm so bad with knowing where bands come from. I'm trying to...
I mean, I love
really
Béton Armé, Phase.
Yeah.
I mean, Truck Violence, great.
He's got a better response
Moosh is
than
amazing.
I
I love Moosh. I listen to literally them like on a daily. Just
Béton Armé, that... Oh, no. So it's too late, but I was going to say they're going to play free at Puzza, but it was like 2 weeks ago at the moment.
Already passed?
Yeah,
really?
No, but not today, but the day that the episode will be out, it's going to be passed.
Okay.
Don't worry.
The show was great.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure it's going to be
there.
I was there.
I love Béton Armé.
Yeah.
Mais c'est correct, l'anglais puis le français, c'est chill. Tu veux-tu...
Ouais, moi j'aime ça, en fait. J'aime ça que... tu sais, j'ai eu beaucoup de bands... c'est ça, même je vais dire, je sais qu'on attend les autres, mais peut-être Simon, tu vas pouvoir le laisser, ça va comme mettre en contexte. Ouais. J'ai reçu beaucoup de bands qui a des anglophones, comme je veux dire, qui sont du West Island puis des choses comme ça. Puis à chaque fois, je me dis, tu sais, je suis quand même à l'aise en anglais, sauf que je trouve ça cool de montrer le côté dualité entre le français puis l'anglais, puis que des anglophones puis des francophones sont capables de se parler
100%.
Sans se bâcher. Puis là, tu sais, avec les dernières élections, souvent, je disais les commentaires en dessous des posts électorales puis tout, puis genre, j'ai l'impression que le Canada au complet haïssait les Québécois français pour X. Tu sais, il y a vraiment une haine qui a comme grossi, veut pas. Fait que là, on dirait que de la manière de switcher de un à l'autre, même s'il y en a un qui a un accent ou quelque chose, tu sais, je trouve ça cool que juste ça soit ça. Puis un podcast, ça passe pas à Radio-Canada, ça passe pas à CBC. Fait que tu sais, c'est comme nos propres lois. Puis le fait d'être capable de faire ça, Il n'y a pas d'autres médias qui peuvent le faire, fait que c'est pour ça que je trouve ça super cool. C'est sûr que là, dans un cas comme Jacob, qui a pas de... Tu sais, il entend le français, mais il le comprend pas. Tu sais, j'ai eu des anglophones que je leur parlais en français puis ils me répondaient 100% en anglais.
Ouais.
Puis c'est all good, tu sais. Mais dans ce cas-là, on peut pas faire ça parce que... il comprend pas la langue tout simplement.
Non, c'est
ça s'explique très bien aussi. Là. Fait que c'est pour ça que je trouve ça très cool faire ça de même.
Ouais, non, 100%.
Comme ça. Fait que, surtout si les invités sont à l'aise.
Mais c'est très. Tu sais, c'est comme dans le band, là. Tu sais, c'est très intéressant. Genre, Jake parle pas français. Puis Palo parle pas anglais. Fait que là, moi, je suis là. Puis genre, yo, Jake, let's try this. Ah, c'est quoi t'as dit? Ok, j'ai dit à Jake de. Ah, ok.
Puis toi, tu parles-tu espagnol un peu?
Moi, je parle un peu italien.
Ok, ouais, c'est ça. J'avais un doute avec le nom, là. Fait que.
Pas tellement. Tu sais, je parlais beaucoup quand j'étais petit, mais tu sais, je me débrouille. Mais, yeah, Jake, I'm saying how in the band, you know, we switch. Like, I tell you in English, I tell Palo in French.
Oh my god, the human translator.
I'm a translator.
Oh, jeez.
But maybe soon you'll have, like, songs in 3 different languages.
Yeah,
Like, maybe you know Grimmskunk, like the Montreal band?
Oh,
they
Grimmskunk.
sing like
another
in...
great band. Yeah, Grimmskunk.
They have some... Maybe you don't know that. Maybe I'll do some Montreal scene education. Like, but you remember the guy at the Barfly who was bartending?
Yes.
Like the big guy, Jake, with
beard, right?
So yeah, that guy, he's Costa. He's the one singing in Greek with Grimmskunk. He's in Vulgar Daily. He's the singer of Vulgar Daily. So this guy is a freaking legend, like yeah. So that guy is a legend. So he's the guy making this.
Oh, he's just there.
yeah. It's his job, like the bar flyer, just hanging down.
So cool.
So he's a guy that's been on the scene since the 80s also.
Oh my god, I didn't even know.
Oh yeah, and hey, just before I forget, ça, faut que je pose la question.
Ouais.
OK, t'as parlé de ta famille tantôt.
Oui.
Puis j'ai reçu Paul Gott il y a...
Robert Rinaldi.
2... Oui, OK. OK,
Je
fait est-ce que c'est ton oncle? Parce que quand je regardais pour Paul Gott, je suis tombé sur Secret Act, qui dans les années 80 a fait du New Wave pis ça. Mais Paul Gott a fait des back vocals sur cet album-là et c'est lui qui a designé la pochette. Yes! Je suis tellement content quand je réussis à faire des choses comme ça. OK, so we'll just...
C'est fou, man, je m'en allais dire ça, genre... Là,
What is happening?
Hey, sir, OK. Because I hosted, like, Paul Gott 2 weeks ago. No, 2 episodes ago. And he had a label at some point. Ripcord was on VOT Records, like one of the 3 labels, punk labels that was in the 80s. And when you write Rinaldi, like in Discogs or in Google, his uncle is one of the first that pops up because they did an album in the 80s that Paul Gott designed and did back vocals on. So I was so hoping that it was the Rinaldi family connection at some point. So.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
dude. So we both have like some crazy ass connections, man.
It's just.
So you got your buddy uncle, and you got my godfather Tony.
I was gonna tell you.
We'll speak about Tony afterwards.
Oh my god, dude! Rick and I get a kick out of it. Oh, I got some crazy stories.
In the meantime.
Yeah, you're gonna hear some crazy stuff with my godfather Tony, man. Abbey Lee Road Studios, Elton John, Beatles, Elvis Costello, Billy Idol.
I don't know. I'm like that's why I do the podcast for these small moments.
Some crazy stuff, man.
So, okay, start with Robert and we'll go afterwards with Tony because there's so much information right now.
It's funny because I was gonna mention that I had an uncle who was in a band in the 80s called Secret Act, new wave post punk, right?
Yeah.
So I have the vinyl at home. It's my family, and it's funny because this Christmas I saw him because he lives in New York now.
Okay.
So I saw him and I spoke to him. I was like, you know, I do a lot of shows. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm like, I was reading a bit about your album, Secret Act, Pick Me Up, Secret Act. And he's like, I'm like, I saw a name, Paul Gott, the guy from Ripcord. You know him? He's like, yeah, of course. You know him? I'm like, yeah, he still plays. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know how, je sais même pas comment t'as trouvé ça. Genre, c'est pas tellement connu, tu sais.
C'est le plus grand des hasards, juste parce que je regardais la discographie de Paul Gott. Puis Paul Gott, il est tagué sur cet album-là à cause qu'il a fait le layout de l'album, puis qu'il a fait des back vocals, je pense, dessus. Mais c'est la seule raison, parce que si j'avais reçu Paul Gott plus tard, j'aurais pas eu cette information-là. Fait que c'est comme...
Fou,
c'est le destin.
That's so crazy. J'ai beaucoup de familles qui étaient dans des bands. Fait que, ouais, non.
Ouais, mais les salariés, les esclaves salariés, je vais regarder ça, parce que c'est un nom qui me dit de quoi. Puis tu sais, des bands Oi ou de quoi des
Ouais.
années 80. Il n'y en a pas eu des tonnes à Montréal, fait que je suis vraiment curieux, je vais aller voir.
Ouais, mais ça, c'était plus genre 2005.
Ah, ok,
2000,
ouais, je pensais que c'était 90s ou. Ok.
Je sais pas si...
J'ai quand même regardé parce que c'est un nom que j'ai déjà entendu, fait que.
Ouais, les esclavages, c'était genre, street punk.
Ok.
Ils ont joué Catacombe, ils ont joué même Europe, des affaires dans le même.
Ah, ok, ok.
Après ça, tu peux même trouver leur vinyle puis leur CD encore genre au 33 tours.
Ah, ouais.
Ouais.
Parfait, ça.
C'était pas mal.
Un autre dépense, là.
Ouais, un autre.
Je suis rendu pauvre là, à cause de ça.
Oh,
So,
man.
hey, now we have to talk about Tony. And
Tony,
you
man,
name drop
go
a couple
for
of.
it.
So,
Tony.
is it like work in Australia,
No,
Canada,
England.
or England? Okay.
So shout out to my dad for making him my godfather. Oh my god, this guy, what a legend, man. Every day.
Legend.
It's a new story that I never would have thought. So my godfather Tony, he went on tour around the world and everything. London and everything, England. He grew up in England and everything. So he had a band. He was recording at Abbey Lee Road Studios when the Beatles were there. Elton John was
Abbey
there.
Road.
Abbey Road.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So crazy stuff. My godfather stole fucking Elton John's champagne. So when Elton John was low on drugs and recording with an orchestra and everything, there's a bar at Abbey Lee Road Studios, and like these orchestra people, they work on a paid time. So when they want break, they get break. So they go down to my godfather's there with his band, the orchestra's there. Elton John comes through. Oi, what the fuck are you doing? You work on my time. Blah, blah, blah. So he lets that happen. He's walking to his studio room with his band. He sees Elton John, this huge studio for the orchestra, peers his head in, sees a case of champagne. He's like,
Let's
Fan
piss him
jam.
off.
everything. But gets shit-faced drunk. The Elton John, all the hero down the hallway. Who the fuck stole my champagne? Oh my god! And you wouldn't believe these stories, but it's crazy because he says them in such detail, and he even has photo evidence.
Yeah.
Of it. It's crazy, and he even punched Elvis Costello in the face.
That's crazy.
He got so pissed off at him. He was being such a dickhead in the bar. He's just like socked him right across and then Billy Idol, his haircut.
The haircut story.
You know that insane haircut that he has?
And I'm reading like the history of UK punk right now, and I've just learned how Generation X went up with Billy Idol, so I'm like in the moment.
You know that photo of Billy Idol with that bloody hairdo and
Yeah.
everything?
Hair, right?
Yeah. So my godfather,
It's the Billy Idol haircut,
exactly.
literally.
So his band and everything, they always do something to stick out. That's what you had to do back then to be different.
Mm-hmm.
Elton John had the big glasses and the
outfit
crazy
and-
suits and everything, and like everyone had their thing to make them stand out and everything. So their band was doing crazy hair and everything, and Billy Idol was this big fanboy.
Yeah.
All right, followed Tony around everywhere. One day saw that haircut, took it, blew off.
Okay, what's the name of of Tony's band at that moment? Do you remember? Because I'm pretty sure, because all the like the UK punk era is really well documented, and normally all even the R&B band that influenced like the Clash, all like the small garage band, pop rock band, are all name dropped the book that I'm reading right now. So
if you want to find it, I don't know myself. His name's Tony Fuchs.
okay,
On Facebook, he has photos of
Everything.
the centuries, man. Him
Is
touring.
he in Montreal right now, or is he still in
He,
UK?
no, he
West
lives in
Island.
Montreal, lives in Point Claire.
I have to put it on
Yeah,
my
yeah.
guest list.
Oh
now.
my
yeah.
To be
that's a
honest,
great
he'll probably
idea.
be more than down, and he's got these insane connections with these crazy guitars, man.
Yeah.
He gave me a 1971 original Les Paul, black gold, everything. He's hold Eric Clapton's guitar.
Wait,
and-
he gave it to you, or did he actually full on give that to you? The Les Paul?
yeah, my dad bought off him for like
Okay,
dirt cheap.
yeah.
Great connections
I
and
was like,
everything.
oh my god.
Oh, and I have this other guy who was my guitar teacher with my dad's guitar teacher, Freddie. He taught the guitarist of Simple Plan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and also went to the same
Oh,
school.
is it the one like Jeff Stinkle, the one that shaved, the clean shaved,
I
or
think
the other
so.
one?
I think it's the
Because I
one
know
with the
like
shaved
he
head.
studied guitar like professionally almost, like at some point before
Yeah.
going in Simple Plan.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
maybe
And he also went to the same music school as, I think, Eric Clapton.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I think Tony.
No, you don't know Freddie, but Freddie's this guy that taught my dad growing
Okay.
up the guitar,
Okay.
and he
Could
taught
be,
me for a
could
little
be.
bit. If I'm
Okay.
correct, I think it was Eric Clapton. He also went to the same music school as Eric Clapton. So it's a weird,
Okay.
like, big connections right
could be.
there and
That's
everything.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, Tony,
Eric
you should
Clapton.
hit
Oh
him
yeah,
up,
like
man.
as soon
He's
as we
got-
put stop at that podcast, I'm just googling the shit out of
my
Tony.
God. Tony Fuchs, man, you'll see these insane photos on these huge stages.
Yeah.
He still has that crazy hairdo, playing guitar, man.
But
with
the
his
thing is
band.
that the period you're talking about is really like mid 70s to beginning of the 80s, and like in UK at that time, or even in New York, there's like glam, punk,
Yeah.
the end of like prog. It's everything at the same time, like the
It
art
was-
rock and everything. So
was
it must
just
be like
coming out, man.
yeah.
It was,
I was talking yesterday with my girlfriend. What would be the era you want to be like in your early 20s? And we were talking exactly that moment. That
Oh,
it
yeah.
would be like
you
the
should definitely-
perfect
you should
point for
definitely
it.
hit up Tony, man.
CBGB's.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a
of
legend.
course.
He's this 6'4" guy, heavy English accent, still got long white
Majestic hair.
majestic
Like, wow.
hair, man. And, oh my god, dude! And like my dad making him my fucking godfather.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, my dad's a legend for that.
I didn't expect anything of the last 15 minutes when I booked you at the podcast. For sure. Just like,
There's a lot of stuff.
Crazy
Yeah.
connections, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But something that we can talk also about, because obviously, like you don't have like a lot of bands prior to this, so I always look for other projects that my guests had or have. And one thing I've seen from you, Jacob, and it's the Jake Jeans. And I want to plug Jake
Yes.
Jeans.
Plug it in
Jake
right now, man.
Jeans, man.
Yeah,
Hell
dude. Fuck, I wish I was wearing a pair right now. It's too hot outside. But
Oh man.
oh yeah.
So
Jake-
you started like your brand or something
yeah.
like that?
I make upcycle clothing. I
Okay.
make because I'm a big skater through and through. I skate every day,
Okay.
all the time. It's all I do. I snowboard as well. I surf. My dad used to skate. Everything. All my dad's high school buddies, which I still hang out with, and their kids all skate.
Are those the ones? Sorry to cut you off. Are those the ones who came to the release show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, whip
Yeah,
and everything.
they all look like
Oh
skaters.
yeah, dude. But I always, what really pisses me off is how malls and like big, like you go to buy a pair of pants, it's $150.
Yeah.
It's $150. And if you want a pair of pants that you want a certain style, it's $200. I mean, Rick, how much were your pants originally before you got that discount?
I think.
Like what,
I
like
think 170.
170.
That's crazy, yeah.
And if you stand up, if you could show on the camera that they're supposed to be baggy and everything, but like
stand up
you
lady.
can't, if you want to get baggy jeans, you're dropping $200.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. It's
No,
already
for
hard enough
sure.
for me to find work here since I don't speak French and everything. So I'm like, all right, you know what? My grandma gave me a sewing machine from the 70s, and I just put my mind to it. I grabbed one pair of pants, I grabbed another pair of pants. Put them motherfuckers together, man, and boom.
I was looking at the
These
picture and I'm
huge
like,
jeans.
he must buy like meters and meters of jeans to be able to have like these huge legs on everything.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
and if you see every single one of my friends wear them.
Okay, yeah.
Stretching, I have friends all the way from Warren Heights up north, Saint Sever. They're
Yeah.
all wearing my jeans. Got friends in South Shore wearing my jeans, all the way to Repentigny, all the way to Pointe Claire.
Yeah.
Everyone's wearing my jeans, right?
It's
I wear
crazy
those
'cause-
ones too. So
Yeah.
He's worn them on stage.
yeah, I wear them
Fuck,
ones.
I always
love
wear my
them. I
jeans
love
on
them.
stage. I just put these big baggy old school skate jeans, like early 2000s.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's crazy because like I really feel like I'm 43, okay?
Yeah.
And that's actually my 18 and 20 years old was exactly that. I was buying like huge jeans, and for people who remember that shop, it was at Carrefour Laval. I was
Oh
going to
my God.
Stitches, and they sell like Exhaust, it was called, and it was like these huge ass
Oh, yeah?
jeans and everything.
Like Jinko?
I
know
only
Jinko?
know Exhaust from
You only
Stitches.
know
That was like
Exhaust?
this. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was like the fashion for maybe
New
like
metal.
1 year back in the day for me.
exactly.
For yeah.
I love that era of
Yeah.
clothing. It's
But it was
I
all
strive
about
for.
skateboard,
Yeah.
streetwear.
Exactly,
and,
you know, and
yeah.
like I'm trying to. I mean, it's already back, of
Yep.
course.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to give a cheaper alternative because you'll see these people bringing it back, but they're still charging them $150,
Yeah.
$200, right? But I'm like, my
Even in thrift store, it's expensive.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
Some of these new thrift stores, it's absurd. I'm like, okay, come on. That's why I took the pride in making them myself and selling them for nothing more than 100.
Okay.
Never more than 100. I sell them for 80, 70, even sometimes 60. Like, it's
So
just two jeans.
you're below the minimum wage, just working on them. You
know, and it's like not for me. It's so that other people who want to buy these jeans and wear that style and express themselves and who can't afford it, I'm more than happy to just grabbing 2 thrifted pants, putting it together, charging for my labor, and just enjoy them, skating them, thrashing them, 2-stepping them. Whatever the hell you want.
Or jump on me off the stage.
We went to see Big Boy, and I don't know if you know the hardcore band.
Yeah,
I got on stage, I front flipped around top of him.
He's like looking at me.
I got on the mic, I sung, I looked at him, I just threw myself right on top of him.
Rick, you're getting.
You're gonna catch me, right? Boom!
I fell.
Hit the ground.
The jeans did it like.
I tried the
parachute.
Every single one of my friends' parents. Hey, what are you wearing on your? What are these parachute pants? I'm like,
Oh man!
I
went home when he lent me his jeans for the show. I go home. My dad looks at me. He's looking at me. What are those parachute pants?
Oh, jeez, yeah.
I'm like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, but yeah, I make, and I'm currently working on shorts as well. So I'm really like the ones I'm wearing now. These aren't. I bought these ones. They're ripped to shreds. I got Rancid, Misfits, and patches on them. I'm trying to duplicate these and make some nice baggy shorts because wearing jeans in the summer, man, especially while you're skating. Oh my god, dude, I'm suffocating in those motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, you. It's good for the bruises, but it's not good for the sweat.
Not good for the sweat. No, I'd rather get my leg covered in cuts and bruises than sweat all day.
You said something about like jumping off the stage, and one thing that I noticed at the last show you've played that I've seen is like the young guy, like maybe 8 years old guy, small guy.
Yeah.
It was your brother. It's like the third.
Don't know him.
Don't know him.
Don't know him.
I was in the pit like, does
don't know
mother or father is in the room, or I don't know. He's just like there.
This kid just came to our show in.
And he opened up the pit like really. He's like is the best musher I've seen all night.
This kid is insane, man. Fuck, at Bossy Mon set.
Yeah, Bossy Mon set. That's what I was gonna say.
I saw him on the side of me, and I broke 2 mic stands that night. I was through the roof. Okay, and you can see there's a video we posted on YouTube. You can see the kid. He picks it up. He grabs the microphone and he's kind of there and he's like kind of like blocking his ears and he's holding the microphone for me and you can see me towering over him, screaming into the microphone like he's just right there and I'm leaning over. I'm playing and I'm like, fuck, dude, you seriously like held the microphone for me that whole bloody song. Yeah. I gave him a big hug. I'm like, you're gonna go crowd surf, and I told him if you fucking drop this kid, I swear to God, you're fucking out of here, man. I brought the kid around the whole room and back, and then
everyone's cheering.
He's so sweet. He was like, can I call your mom on your phone? I'm like, of course you can. Like, and then he texted you.
So we, like I said, like Jake said, we met him at that show. And then ever since, he just texts the band, just like that. Hey, man, is it cool if I come to the show? I'm like, yeah, of course.
Of course.
Okay, I'm going to ask my mom. I'm like, okay.
And then he's like, I could come. And we, of course, last show we put him on the guest list.
Always.
Yeah. Of course we
Always
did. But big fucking letters were like,
that kid's going to start a band at some point for sure. I hope. That's how crazy stories begin.
And if I still know him, I'm going to be supporting through and through.
100%.
Yeah, I might not be at the shows, but I'll be supporting from the back line. Like, he's fucking
there,
go, kiddo.
I give him some merch,
you fucking go, kiddo. Like,
go for it. Come have fun.
And he's such a G, man. Like, he's so sweet. He's so polite. I remember at the last show, Le Saturday, he had a little tech deck. And I grew up playing with tech decks.
He's playing on the stage.
He's tech decking on the stage while I'm getting ready, and I sat down on top of the stage. I just started tech decking with him right there for like 15 minutes, man. And, he's so sweet, that kid, man. I love him. But no, don't know him. What's his name?
Okay. Mars.
Don't know him, but his name's Mars, and shout out to Mars.
Yeah, shout out to Mars. Every show you come,
he always comes.
Man. Of course.
Yeah, he's a G.
He's always on the guest list. Of course.
Puis, le skate connection, on va dire, de Let Me Be.
Ouais.
Sur la photo, il y a un sticker. J'ai l'impression que c'est écrit Skate Vida ou quelque chose comme ça.
Honnêtement, ça, je vais être honnête avec toi. On est allé en ville, le coin de Van Horn.
Ouais, le viaduc où il y a le skatepark dans le fond. Okay.
On a vu genre une photo, puis j'étais avec un de mes amis, il prenait des photos avec sa caméra, puis on était, tu sais quoi? that looks cool. We searched it up, everything, puis tout était correct. Je pense qu'on va pas avoir de problème avec ça.
C'est ça, vous avez pas trouvé l'artiste qui a fait le graph non plus, le pochoir, là,
Même pas.
OK.
Puis il y avait genre, je sais pas, mon ami, il avait fait une affaire sur l'ordi que tu peux scan pour voir si ça va
Ouais, Google Image.
Photo, reverse search stuff to see where it comes from.
Il y avait rien, fait qu'on était comme, OK, on devrait être correct, puis on n'a pas eu de problème. Puis si quelqu'un, une journée me texte, pas de trouble, tu sais, je vais écrire ton nom, ça me dérange pas.
Ah ouais, c'est ça.
Mais moi, ouais, that's it.
Est-ce qu'il y a projet de faire un vinyle, CD?
Oui, 100% on va faire ça. Ça, je vais faire ça pour cet été.
OK.
Ouais.
Un truc aussi que j'étais surpris, c'est que votre musique est sur Spotify et sur iTunes, mais j'ai remarqué qu'elle est comme pas sur Bandcamp, puis qu'elle est en CD. On dirait qu'il y a comme plein de reverse things. Il y a du monde, c'est vinyle, puis pas Spotify. Vous autres, c'est Spotify, puis pas Bandcamp. C'est juste passer de la paresse d'organisation? Ou,
Honnêtement, regarde, moi, j'utilise l'application CD Baby.
OK, ouais.
OK.
Oh my
God.
God.
Ça m'a jamais donné tellement de troubles. Oh my God.
Ça, c'est comme un DistroKid, mais différent.
Genre, c'est comme one-time payment.
Ouais, OK.
It's super cheap.
Super cheap.
You spend $10 and you're done forever.
But Lender does the same thing, and we never had any problem.
I'm gonna switch to Lender.
Because, dude,
so
Rick's
many
been
problems,
telling me, man, about the last 2 fucking times. It's always delayed.
Always
they
delayed.
say we ask, drop it that day, and when it's supposed to be there, it's dropped 3 days past.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always 3 days
Apple
past.
Music was a week after.
Bro, I didn't even know that. It's even more shittier. And like we did the whole show for EP release.
Yeah.
The day of the show, you can go home and listen, right? And then we had to say, yeah, this is the EP release, but it's
the
in
EP
3
is
days.
another.
Okay.
Oh my God, it was just so frustrating.
Yeah, now it should be on everything. If it's still not on some, I mean, that really sucks. But
I think I didn't find it on Bandcamp only, on the iTunes and Spotify. I bought them on iTunes. The song
thank you so much.
Yeah,
Hey, there we go.
but I have Patreons now, so the money that people pay me pays the studio and pays the music,
Well,
so it's
shout
like
out to
the full circle.
Patreons, man.
Shout out to the
Shout out to the
Patreons.
Patreons, dude. Big respects right there. Yeah, big
Yeah, exactly.
supporters.
I love that.
And one thing, because I know, like, we've talked about this earlier, because I didn't want to necessarily talk about it, but we've already break the glass, like, outside, because there was, like, people texting people around me saying, like, we're not sure you should host that band or invite them on their show because they never had any details on why we shouldn't. And we've talked about the song. It's probably because of the song called Whore on your new album. And I know you've already had like to defend yourself in different medias about it. But I don't know if you want to talk about or clarify anything because I don't feel that you...
We'll say something short and quick.
Yeah, of course.
Rick and I both, we're sorry.
Yeah.
For any confusion, misleading.
Yeah.
It
was honestly it was a mistake. It
was a
wasn't
mistake.
something we thought was gonna
we didn't
trigger.
In the moment we thought it was okay.
Yeah. It was like a frustration song or any kind
it was
of...
just a frustration song. Like we really made sure to not put he or she or any we just said make your own story.
Exactly.
So it's not targeted to anybody.
It's not, and
it really isn't.
I mean, whore is such a wide term word now. All right,
it's just an insult.
It's an insult, and you can it's crazy that it had to come to that, but I don't want to. There's no hard feelings
because I know that.
I just want to say sorry, and that we hope that for the fans that are still with us, just to keep pushing through.
Yeah, it's
and we've already cleared it up, so we're not gonna go into much more detail. If you saw the story, you saw it. We said sorry. We went into detail about it, and
exactly.
We hope it clears the confusion.
We're not out here to bullshit. We don't have time for that. We're generally like it was like a mistake that we didn't necessarily think of because we didn't think that was gonna be such a big deal. You know, Nirvana has a song called "Rape Me."
Misfits. I'll rape your mother today.
Yeah, like there's a lot of songs out there that have like
really.
You know, the band X, the punk band X, like they said some stuff in some songs that aren't okay. You know, it wasn't something that we thought, oh, this is gonna really, really well, you know, it's more something that like we get what the people mean when they text us this stuff. We understand their points. It was never our intention.
It was never. And it breaks our heart that it had to lead to that, and we had to lose a few fans over it and have arguments over it, and it wasn't what we're trying to do, and we're forever sorry.
Yeah,
and I've seen your crowd, and it's pretty like a mixed crowd also, and everything. So I don't feel like there's
we're not
the
targeting only one audience.
Yeah, exactly.
We're pretty. I mean, we have Quebec, Australia, Peru. We're from across the world.
Yep.
You know, we're not targeting one audience. We're targeting many.
We don't have time to do that.
Like,
you know?
we got the skate culture, horror punk, the reggae from Palo's side that he implements in his drumming and everything.
And your skate influences.
My skate influence, and we're tapping into hardcore as well. And
I saw you at the merch table on last show with the T-shirt like no transphobia, sexism, and everything of the last mile.
Yeah.
And the shirt that you're wearing at the same
Last
moment.
mile,
So I was like,
Shout
maybe
out.
there's some misunderstanding.
you gotta represent great guys, man.
So there's probably like people that got hurt at some point, and their emotional response to the word that they appropriate themselves with your song. But at the end, there was no bad intention.
I was never like, you know what? I lived this, and I'm gonna like make sure to just call people out. Like, this is more of like, I guess sometimes people want to say that, but you keep it in, you know. It's kind of like, it's like, just make your own story, you know.
Exactly.
Make your own.
It's
nothing.
I'm a whore for skateboarding.
There you go.
Any chance I get, I'm gonna go skateboard. You can call me a whore for skateboarding. Fuck, like it's such a wide term now, but again, super sorry that it had to to you guys listening. We're sorry.
100%.
We're really sorry.
Yeah.
You know. And we hope that you guys listen to this and hear us and you saw the story, and we can just continue forward with support, love for each other, and just enjoy the music as music.
Good.
You know,
don't get me wrong, it was pretty painful, you know, sometimes getting texts from some people that we were like, oh, I remember seeing them at our shows, they would support.
Yeah,
It's like, oh shit, they took it the bad way.
It hurts.
And you can't control that.
It's like losing a best friend. You know, like in the scene, I consider everyone my friend. I've always been that way with people. You're my friend. I treat everyone my friend.
And hearing that that one person saying you're a dick, it's like, what? Since when?
Yeah, I had someone tell me that, they didn't tell me personally, but my friends told me that this person said that, oh, Jake's a dickhead, Jake's an asshole, he's full of himself, and I'm like, come talk to me, man. Like I've said it on stage before. There's YouTube videos of me saying at the end of our last Van Horn show, last summer, I legit said, please come talk to me.
Yeah.
Because I love talking with people. It's my favorite thing.
You and me both, man. You know,
oh my God,
I've gotten so many people tell me like, yeah, I've heard that you're like a big asshole and you're a big dick, and I'm like, well, come talk to me.
Talk to me first, and you make your
next thing you know, they're always like, you know what, you're not a bad guy. I'm like, I'm not a bad guy.
Exactly, we're not.
People look at me, they look at you, and they create. But that's gonna happen.
That's the stage persona.
It's the stage persona. Exactly. We put on a show. It's a show. We put on a show. Yeah. But off stage, it's a completely different thing.
I really hesitated to talk about it on the podcast, like we said prior to the recording, because I really want my podcast to be about music, most of it. But I want to make sure that people that come talk about music on the podcast don't send bad messages, messages everywhere. Definitely. And though, like I'm associated with the Insoumis, like a group of person that like protects like all diversity, inclusivity, and everything. So I'm always worried that one time I'm gonna make a mistake. In the past, I'm 160 episodes right now, and I think 2 guests out of like maybe 700 did something wrong after I hosted them. So that's a pretty good, but knowing in advance that I have to do my research more carefully, that's good. So thanks for clarifying it, because I don't like to do this kind of thing on the podcast, but because I had your approval before,
of course,
and I guess that is gonna help you guys.
Well, I'm actually glad,
and it's gonna help people to come talk to you if they don't feel about it. Yeah.
Just a fucking Instagram story. We're now sitting down and people can see the sincerity of our faces, because I hate I'm not a text guy. You don't read body language. You don't read facial expressions on words on a screen. You have to talk to someone in person to see how they truly mean. They could be talking with a smile, but their body language can tell a different thing.
But there's also going to be people that declaration won't change nothing about their
100%.
opinion.
No,
And that's okay.
Yeah,
you know,
it's fine. But then
if you want to stick true to your words, I respect that. And you do you. All right. Just please don't bring us down with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Good.
Express yourself. It's a free country. Express yourself as much as you want to, but we're all just trying to do the same thing here.
Yeah.
We're all just trying to make. We're all trying to escape. We're all trying to escape.
Yeah.
You know, we're all trying to escape, and just tour.
Stay positive and
be positive and fucking just help everyone out. Like I love playing with everyone here.
Okay.
It's so fun.
So much fun.
Yeah.
And about positive stuff.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to end up on like a...
No. Of course.
But we've already talked about Jake Jeans and Robert Rinaldi. Like I'm like trying to find something. But I've read also, like I'm going to plug that interview a lot, but the Stone Rider poet that did the article knew.
Oh my God! You know, he traveled on a boat for like half a year. he just disappeared. No one knew where he was. He just came to one of our shows, and we were just like, "Where the fuck have you been?" He's like, "I was on a boat."
Where were you, bro?
I'm like,
where were you?
Where? And he's like, "Dude, I'm in the water."
And that's a long article, and it's like only like article, and it's really well done. Like if it's been a while that I didn't read a long text that was good from start to finish.
Phenomenal writer. He's very in depth and out of the box.
Oh, yeah.
He's not
the
straight.
Stone Poet.
The
Stone Poet.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sam. Sam, this guy. If I can give you a quick little backstory,
he's a sailor.
Yeah, of
He's
course.
a sailor, of course. Yeah.
He would come to our shows like prior Jake and Palo, like with Chad and Pedro. And he would start coming to our shows, and I met him. He's a nice guy, and he's like, "Oh, okay." Then he starts going to other shows. He's like, "I'm gonna start my own little article," and now we've been very good friends.
Should start a zine.
Yeah, he's that guy is super chill.
He's got talent.
A lot of talent.
Really.
He's a musician as well.
Okay.
Yeah. He's got some personal stuff that he's released as well.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Under the Stone Poet. So
yeah.
that's cool. Yeah, no, great guy. Very supportive.
Oh yeah.
And for Bad Objection, is there like stuff that you can say, knowing that this is going to be released June 5th to most of the people?
Yep.
Like Patreon's going to be a little bit earlier, but do you have shows or clips or vinyl release or something that you know about?
This summer is going to be pretty fun. So far, I've gone. We're going to be playing like Toronto again.
Oh, that's cool.
Sherbrooke. We're going to be playing in Peru.
That's crazy.
We should be.
Not a lot of people know that.
Yeah,
but
not a lot of people. And maybe Cuba as well.
And maybe Cuba.
Yeah.
Cuba, maybe hopefully end of June, early July.
I think that's
correct?
what it is, right?
Yeah. And then August, Peru.
Yeah.
I know I'm bringing my surfboard.
Oh, man, that's going to be fun.
I know I'm bringing my surfboard.
Because it says, like, we've gone told that, yes, it's happening.
Yeah.
But, like, we just want to confirm it 100%
Exactly.
before.
You know, and we've been talking about this for a long time now. So, like, all this time for anything to happen. You know, but like so far, it looks like it's gonna happen.
Is it something you aim for to really like go, let's say, once a year tour the States and tour Europe
100%.
or stuff like that?
I mean, the next goals are to get out there, start doing little tours. Maybe doing a little Europe thing or like a.
I mean, fuck! I know I want to go back to Australia and play there.
Oh hell yeah, for
fuck
sure.
Me, man.
That'd be so.
Commonwealth connection with Canada.
Yeah. Maybe
got all
play
your
with
homies back there and your
exactly,
family
dude.
too,
So. Just go down to Brisbane above Sydney and just.
Yeah. I know some bands in Melbourne if you're looking for punk bands to play with.
So, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
Tiny Red House. Because I did like a 2 months in Australia, maybe like 12 years ago.
You played in Australia?
No, I just traveled there for, my paternity leave was in Australia, and we met some couch surfer that came to Quebec, so I went back there to see them.
Respect to the couch surfers, man.
Yeah.
It's a hard life.
It was the best life.
100%.
I'm too comfy now to do this again, but still. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
So, thanks, Guy.
Thank you.
Absolute
awesome.
pleasure, seriously.
This was an absolute pleasure, man.
It was fun.
Merci beaucoup.
Oh, c'est ça fait combien de temps qu'on n'a pas parlé en français?
Comfy chairs too, man. Like, I love sitting in these things. Dude.
Oh man, I started
trying
to do this, but like I was like, oh yeah, I gotta keep that in mind.
Mais c'est peut-être pour ça que, comme que je disais au début, les gens, plus le podcast vont, plus ils sont comme, ils s'éloignent du micro.
Ouais, c'est que ça l'avait un peu, là, c'est genre, mais ouais, non.
Mais c'est bon,
je vais le dire à Will de Virage Sonore qui a le studio, peut-être qu'il va pouvoir comme ajuster les trucs. On a commencé le podcast avec Ain't Like It pour commencer. Puis d'ailleurs, je ne l'ai pas dit dans l'introduction, mais pour ceux qui écoutent d'autres podcasts punk rock québécois, vous avez sûrement reconnu le début de la chanson Ain't Like Me. Là, je vais laisser une petite pause pour que les gens tuent parce que je veux spoiler alert. Le podcast sans retenue. Quand ils ont un segment qui parle de critique de show, like another podcast when they have a segment in their podcast about what they talk about at the last show, they have a jingle and it's the radio frequency that you hear at the beginning of it. It's the same free of charge sound of it. So yeah, there's like the sound is everywhere in Quebec punk right now. And to end the podcast, on va finir ça avec Curb Stomp. Finir. Puis on va aussi aller écouter une nouvelle chanson d'un nouveau band. Le band, c'est Isabelle. Ils ont sorti leur album Gueuloir. On va écouter Free Junk. Fait que merci, guys.
Merci beaucoup.
Is there any way I can say one last thing?
Yeah, go.
Je t'aime. I'm learning, but I love you guys.